In my video series on the DeWalt dust collector quick connector replacement, I showed you how to use modular design. I really prefer to use modular design as it allows you to generate very simple reusable parts that are easily modified as your needs change. However, assembling these parts in Fusion can generate some very strange errors if you're not careful. In this video, I will show you some of those errors and how to avoid them. Let's get right into it. I will use the quick connector where I simply inserted or dragged the inlet and the thread components into the canvas. This created two subcomponents, both linked components, and the first one, the inlet, being ground to the parent. Making each part its own component is a fundamental good practice in CAD design, and that in itself certainly is not a problem. The problem is with the linking. When a component is linked, you can only edit that component in its original file. Let me show you. I made a copy of one of my thread designs. I called it one original. I will open that file. Next, I start a new file by clicking on the tab. I drag in the original file as a link component. I will save that file and name it to modified. I will try modifying this new component. I'll try a simple extrude where I join the extrusion to the original body. Notice that the bodies aren't joined at all. A new body is created instead. Take a quick look at the original and it has not changed. Well, if you paid attention, you might have noticed that I did not make the link component active. You can't. The only thing you can do while a component is still linked is edit it in place, but that requires a subscription, and it will also modify the original, which you may not want to do. Absent as a subscription, modifications are a one-way street. So let me show you how. I will edit the original with a similar extrusion, save that file and go back to our modification. Now you will see a warning that the component is out of date. Click on the warning and it will update the item. Okay, so how about simply breaking the link? In this particular case, it's only a minor issue, as breaking the link only loses a reference to a surface where I placed my logo. That's an easy fix. Re-establish that reference as shown here. But it's not always so easy, especially in the case of STL conversions. Here, I will insert the original inlet file that was converted from an STL. When I break that link, the program takes a very long time processing this, only to generate a whole slew of errors and a really messed up drawing. This is all caused by broken references and is quite difficult to clean up. Here's another issue. I inserted the inlet and thread components as I did in the video, and I aligned them. Now, if I want to combine these components, I cannot select the target body. So let me try breaking the link on the thread component. That one caused few issues. I will ignore that minor error from the logo reference. Now I can select a target and a tool body. But as you can see, the bodies or the components are not combined at all. And check this out. If I select both components, I get some very weird geometries. I looked up the possible causes and it appears to be incompatible structures, most likely caused by the STL conversion. I tried many different ways to combine these objects, including delinking them both, selecting both before the combine command, and many other ways. I don't get identical results, but in all cases weird and unusable as assemblies. So how should you handle modular design? First, keep the components as simple as possible and save the logos and other fancy references until after the parts are delinked and combined. Or if that's not possible, don't worry about combining the parts, but use other methods like exporting to an STL if you're 3D printing. You saw that in my other video how that combines the whole thing anyway. The time I save reusing some modules in new designs will ensure that I keep using modular design when appropriate. Once you know the traps and what to expect, it becomes fairly painless. I thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next video.